Hi, this is for MMA Connect's Mindset series. We're talking about injuries and rehab and how frustrating it all is. A bit about my background first. My name is C. Gordon. My background is in Thai boxing. I was training and fighting out of Bridgestone from 2010 till last year when I had my last fight in Thailand. And it was last year as well that I started training jiu-jitsu in Kyuzo in Dublin. That's a new obsession. Well, it was anyway until January when I picked up an injury. The injury didn't happen at training. It happened when I was driving, which was a lot of fun. It happened very suddenly, like 1 second to another. From my lower back to the end of my toes, everything went into spasm. Huge spasm from my lower back to my knee. I couldn't feel anything below my knee. Everything was numb and tingling. And everything was off the chart, painful. Just between all my injuries and all the pain from training and anything like that. This is a pain I didn't know anything about. So the first diagnosis when I went to the GP was a sciatica, and he gave me paracetamol and ibuprofen, and he told me that I'll be fine within a week, which is super. But I guess when you've been training into martial arts for a while and going through tough training and fight camps, you pick up the same injuries and you become really good at knowing how long each injury might last for, and you work around it. And I knew perfectly well this was not a week worth of pain. It was longer than that. So I know at this stage I'm still hopeful that it could be a week. He's a doctor, he knows. It just wasn't meant to be, and we're now 6 months later, and I'm still rehabbing, and I will be for the next few months anyway. After having seen a few people around, I was diagnosed with a little bit of a herniated disc. And Piriformis syndrome, which is Piriformis is a small muscle in your buttock, and when it becomes inflamed and irritated, it can irritate in turn the sciatic nerve, and that's what you're feeling, all the pain, the nerve pain down your leg. So for that, I went to see Dave from the Life Spiral physical therapy in Blanchardstown, and he sees me once a week for dry needling. And this was a game changer completely. I felt the effect straight away. Although I've never ceased being in pain, it has alleviated the pain by a mile. Really, it made a big difference. So I see him every week, and then I also see Graham Doolan from Kyuzo for massages. Because the problem with those injuries is you're compensating all the time on the other side. So my shoulders, my neck, my back, the other leg, the other side of the other hip, everything was out of line and just in pain as well. You get massive secondary pain, which wrecked my head because you can't hear yourself think anymore because of the pain. It's everywhere, and you don't know what is what. That's very destabilizing. And then I hear everyone, trying to keep a positive mindset when you're injured. It doesn't work for me. I go full on depressed because I can't go to the gym, and the gym, which is so important for me. I went really, really, really down. I was really down for a long time because for the first 4 months of this, I was on heavy medication as well. Really not good. I was very unwell. And now it's starting to come back a little bit. I can do a bit of bag work. I can move a lot, but movements that used to belong to a warm-up cycle would not be goals. So that's I see it as a step back a little bit. Like ideas like, oh my God, this might be it. I might be injured for the rest of my life. That goes through my head still from time to time. What keeps me motivated? I guess, I know I'm never going to be a high-level athlete, but I've always taken training very, very seriously. Something is flying. I was always very serious about training because it makes me feel better physically. It makes me feel better mentally. This is very important for my mental health. And I do have a competitive streak, and I will be celebrating the first time I have my first jiu-jitsu competition, for instance. It should have been this year, I feel. It might not be, but this is probably my next goal, and I'll be really happy if that happens, and it will. So thanks again, Lydia, for giving me those few minutes to vent again about this injury, because it's really a pain in the ass.